Hi everyone, how's it going? The weather has been so nice recently, warm in the day and cool in the morning. On this week's vlog, I'm going to be trying my own embroidery. And since I have a gap in my schedule, I'm going to finally create a beginner's watercolor course, which is going to be a mix of some of the videos you see here on YouTube already and some new videos. Essentially, by the end of the course, you should feel less like a beginner and more like a professional. Here's an update on the potato plant. It's doing really well. As it keeps growing, I will continue to push the soil up or put more soil in. You can see there's still quite a bit of space in this pot so that the potatoes can grow downwards and hopefully be really healthy. I have high hopes for this little guy. All right, check it out. I'm gonna try to be an embroidery artist. I have picked up embroidery as a hobby during COVID-19. This is one I'm working on recently. I have been enjoying embroidery as a hobby. It's something that will always stay a hobby. I haven't really thought that much about, trying to do my own stuff, but an opportunity arose. Here is a shirt that I really like to wear. It's 100% linen, and you can see here there's a gigantic hole. My cat freaked out one time and accidentally just scratched a gigantic hole. And I thought, this is really good material and it's pretty much white. Why would I, just throw it away? Maybe there's something I can do with it. And so I thought, now is a perfect time to, play around with some embroidery. I'm just doing this for fun. I don't know if it's gonna spark an interest to keep going and create my own things, but let's just see, okay? So you just twist open the hoop, then that loosens it. Then this piece comes out, put it underneath, and then you tighten it. All right, try to get it as tight as possible, and then you see it's pretty loose, so it needs to be, just pull the sides and make it tight. Okay, cool, that's pretty tight. So now the question is, what am I going to draw? I don't know. So I just have a pen here. I have a friend who is an embroidery artist, and she told me, just draw over it with pen. I think maybe I can do a super simple, I don't know, like a flower with some squiggles and then little cats. Of course, always little cats. All right, cute. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the design. It's it's just doodling for fun, right? Okay, so now let's talk about the colors. Start with orange, of course, for copper. Any cat that exists in my artwork is copper. Then for the circle and triangle, maybe we can use these two different purples. Oh, I got quite a lot of browns here. Okay, so for the ice cream, I'll do two different browns. Are these the same? No, these two are different. Okay, I'll make it vanilla ice cream. So some white, and then cherry on top is going to be red. And then maybe I can use this for the flowers as well, but maybe the flowers can be two different colors. I really like these two purples. I think they work really well together. So maybe one flower can be these two purples, and then one flower has to be two different reds. But I feel like these two reds are just so different. I guess I can use pink and red. That might be interesting. We don't want to get too complicated. And then for the green, wow, I have so many greens. I think I'm just gonna use this green. All right, I'm excited about this. All right, here's what we got so far. I cut the cloth out of the shirt and I thought it would be good to do a little bit of practice off camera just to make sure everything's working well. It looks really good, but you can see the pen marks, and that's something I did not anticipate. I do like the two-toned flower. Now I just need to put the little yellow spot in there. Let me show you something that it took almost a year for me to learn. In the beginning, I had no idea that you were actually supposed to break the strands apart, and most of the time you'll use 3 strands. So basically I had no idea that my strands were too thick, and I was thinking, why does it look so heavy? It doesn't look delicate, and that's the reason why. Okay, so not only did I have 6 strands, but I also used to fold it over completely and tie it like this. I later found out that that's also a mistake. You're just supposed to like pull it through so that it doesn't come out, but you're not supposed to pull it all the way to the other end of the strand. I'm going to show you how I make a schedule for the production of this watercolor course. I'm using numbers, and I'm just going to use a blank document. Okay, we have a nice table here. I'm going to start by changing the design, right? Change it to something like this. Looks a little bit nicer. I'm going to name the table production schedule, and I'm gonna type in the dates. So it's going to be from this week actually. So May 11th, 2026 to June 28th, 2026. That's about 8 weeks. So we have the weeks going this way, and then we're gonna have the categories going this way. For me, week 1 is going to be planning and sourcing. Okay, so you can see some overlap. For planning, I need to write a list of videos and an outline, right? Next, sourcing just means B-roll. Anything in a different type of production, it could be props. So for me, it's just like, can I get some B-roll? Do I need to find any graphics? Yeah, etc. Okay, filming, I'll just be filming. Post-production is make sure, quick transitions, your sounds, etc. Yeah, sure. That's something I want to keep note of. So what is the difference between post-production and studio edit? Post-production is usually the first draft of your edit, and then studio edit would mean putting any graphics in or music and sound, things like that. So graphics, sound, text, things like that. And then as each one is okay for production, then you would just like check it off, done. Okay, and that's why post-production and studio edit and promotion all kind of overlap. So once I have a clearer video of what one lesson may look like, I can splice that into something shorter, like 15 seconds or less, and then I can start promoting it maybe on YouTube or Instagram, whatever. So this week I'm going to be planning. I already wrote out a list of videos, an outline for how I'm going to lay out each video, and then sourcing, you know, any B-roll that I might need. And here's the finished piece. What do you think? Alright, thank you so much for watching. In the next couple of videos, I'll be showing you the process of creating the watercolor course. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time, right?